students, very good morning. How are you all? I hope you people are fine, right? Okay. Yesterday we have started with your chapter number 15, that is our environment. Let me recall what we have understand in your first lecture. Dear students, if we are talking about environment, तो environment का मतलब होता क्या है? It's वातावरण. Yes or no? वातावरण in the sense what I am talking about. I am talking about two components. Number one, living components, that are your biotic components. Number two, non-living components, जिसको आप क्या बोलो? abiotic components. And ये दो interaction से जो बनता है, that is what I mean by an ecosystem. Am I clear? So what is an ecosystem? Ecosystem is formed by interaction of biotic and abiotic factor. Once again, ecosystem is formed by interaction of, I can say, living components with non-living components. In your first video, we have seen types of ecosystem, है ना? चलो, if we are talking about types of ecosystem, then it is of two types. Number one is natural ecosystem, which is formed without any interference of human activities, जो naturally बनी होती है वो. On another hand, we are having artificial ecosystem, which is also called as your man-made ecosystem, right? Okay. If I am talking about your natural ecosystem, so natural ecosystem are further classified into two categories. Land ecosystem, that is what I mean by terrestrial ecosystem. And on another hand, we are having what? We are having water, that is your aquatic ecosystem. Chalo, give some examples for the same. If I am talking about your terrestrial ecosystem, तो इसमें क्या चीज आएगी? Number one is your forest, grassland, desert. These are the example of your terrestrial ecosystem. If I am talking about your pond ecosystem, I mean to say water ecosystem, तो इसके अंदर which examples are going to come? Your pond, your lake, river, right? Your ocean, as well as your estuaries and many more. Dear students, we have started with components. What we people have started with? Components of ecosystem. Components of ecosystem. Chalo. If I am talking about components of ecosystem, we very well know, आपको अच्छे से पता है, we are having two components, right? Number one is your abiotic component. Now I should not say that abiotic component are your non-living component, वो आपको पता है. And second one is your, my dear students, what it is? Biotic component. Second क्या है आपका? Biotic component है. Like I told you in first lecture that biotic components में कौन सी चीज आएंगी आपकी? Your temperature, then I am going to write light. Most important point is your water, then I can say moisture. Moisture को कहते हैं humidity, भेज जो आप बोलते हो ना. Yes, so moisture, or I can say it as an humidity. Otherwise I can say pH of soil, right? Matters for some, and this is etc. Done. So these all are your abiotic factors which affects stability of an ecosystem. ठीक है? चलो dear students, if I am talking about your biotic components, तो under your biotic components, who all are going to come? All living organisms. All living organisms. Dear students, if I am talking about all living organism, इसका मतलब I am talking about organisms which are very small, which are not visible by our naked eyes. मतलब those who are microscopic, say some bacteria, right? Fungi. Okay, these are microscopic one, microorganism. Up to the organisms which are very tall. which are very tall. Say for example, we see tall trees, yes or no, who is having height of up to 100 meters. Are you people getting my point? Yes. Okay. So dear students, under your biotic component comes your all living organisms. Am I clear? Okay. चलो, अब मैंने आपको बोला था डिपेंडिंग ऑन मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन, है ना, डिपेंडिंग ऑन mode of nutrition, these organisms are classified into 3 categories which you people very well know. चलो, auto, first of all I am writing the name of nutrition, ठीक है. So here I am writing some of them are autotrophic, some of them are heterotrophic. Okay. And specifically I am writing saprotrophic. Specifically I am writing saprotrophic. Again, saprotrophic mode of nutrition comes under heterotrophic mode only. Am I clear? Okay. Chalo. Now let's talk about autotrophic mode of nutrition. Dear students, if I am talking about autotrophic mode of nutrition, है ना, तो कौन आएंगे इसमें? योर प्लांट्स, राइट. कौन आएंगे? प्लांट्स. एंड दिस आर कॉल्ड एज योर प्रोड्यूसर्स. सो आई शुड राइट दैट फर्स्ट, राइट. सो फर्स्ट कैटेगरी व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू से एज प्रोड्यूसर्स. एम आई क्लियर? प्रोड्यूसर्स इन द सेंस ऑटो मतलब अपने आप जो खाना बनाते हैं, that organisms are called as autotrophic. And you very well know कौन आएंगे? Your plants. All plants, right, are autotrophic. They are going to prepare their own food by the process. कौन सी process? बोलो. By the process called as photosynthesis. Yes or no? Whereby they are going to use what? Atmosphere में से क्या उठाया? Carbon dioxide, which reacts with water, right, in presence of what? Sunlight, है ना, in presence of sunlight. And if I am talking about plants, तो कौन सी pigment होती है which is responsible for photosynthesis? That is chlorophyll, which is present in chloroplast, जो कि प्लास्टिड है. आपको अच्छे से पता है, राइट? प्लास्टिड. ओके. प्लास्टिड के अंदर आएगा आपका क्लोरोप्लास्ट. वन मोर इज देयर chromoplast. One more is there leucoplast. You people probably have understood in class 9 cell chapter में ये चीज आई थी. Okay, whatever. In the process of photosynthesis, plant uses atmospheric carbon dioxide, okay, which in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gets converted into C6H12O6. आपको अच्छे से पता है. This is energy rich food, है ना, जिसको आप बड़े प्रेम से क्या बोलो? It is called as your carbohydrate. But it is carbohydrate. Am I clear? Okay. Plus there will be release of oxygen, and this oxygen is used by whom? By us, by animals, in the process called as respiration. Am I clear? So I hope ये process आपको अच्छे से समझ में आई, right? So autotrophs, if I am talking about, उनको बोला जाता है producers. कौन है ये? Plant है. कौन सी process perform करेंगे ये? Photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, plants are going to use atmospheric carbon dioxide जो plant में fix होगा. It is going to get fixed in form of carbohydrate. In form of carbohydrate with release of oxygen. ठीक है, simple सी बात. Next mode of nutrition is heterotrophic. Okay, if I am talking about heterotrophic mode of nutrition, then here comes your consumers. Here comes your consumers. Am I clear? If I am talking about consumers, so what are consumers? who are directly, right, these are organisms who directly or indirectly, okay, depends on, किसके ऊपर डिपेंड्स करते हैं, डिपेंड्स ऑन प्रोड्यूसर्स फॉर देयर फूड रिक्वायरमेंट, फॉर देयर फूड, और आई कैन से फूड अल्टीमेटली व्हाट आई एम सेइंग एनर्जी. आप खाना खाओगे तभी तो आप में एनर्जी आएगी. यस, सो फॉर देयर फूड और एनर्जी रिक्वायरमेंट. एम आई क्लियर? चलो, एनी डाउट्स इन दिस? सो वापस से एक बार, इफ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट योर कंज्यूमर्स, तो ये वो सारे ऑर्गेनिज्म है हु डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली डिपेंड्स ऑन प्रोड्यूसर्स फॉर रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ फूड. एम आई क्लियर? जैसे कि इफ आई वांट टू से सम एग्जांपल, हार्बिवर्स है ना, comes under consumers, then comes your carnivores, again it comes under your consumers, then omnivores, again it comes under your consumers only, right? Herbivores who are directly dependent on plants, say for example, if I want to say over here cow, right, cow eat grass, so they are directly dependent on producers, so they are herbivores. Carnivores का मतलब क्या होता है, who eat meat, जो क्या खाते हैं, मीट खाते हैं, right? I mean to say carnivores are those organisms who are predators, I can say, who prey, right, who kills other organism and have that delicious food. Am I clear? Okay, so these are your carnivores. And omnivores मतलब क्या, vegetarian as well as non-vegetarian, I can say. मतलब like us, right, we can have plants, we also have animals, say for example fish, right, and many more things, chicken, we people are eating, right? So that organisms are called as omnivores. Am I clear? So herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, again your decomposers that I am going to write over here, come in your consumer only. Am I clear? So I hope you got this point. चलो, अब बात करें आप सेप्रोट्रॉफिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन. तो ये होता है डीकम्पोजर्स का. अगेन दिस पीपल आर कंज्यूमर ओनली, ये कंज्यूमर ही है, राइट? ओके, नाउ इफ आई वांट टू से सेप्रोट्रॉफिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन, तो ये है क्या? सेप्रोट्रॉफिक मोड ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन, राइट, इज दैट इन विच organisms depends on dead decaying objects. Are you people getting my point? मतलब जो dead organisms होते हैं उनका जो organic matter है by means of this decomposers, वो किसमें convert हो जाता है? In organic matter. Okay, let me write some example of decomposers जो आपको अच्छे से पता है. Bacteria, right, fungi, even earthworm comes under your decomposer category. Am I clear? So dear students, what we understood in today's lecture, we understood living organisms can be classified into these three depending on mode of nutrition. Autotrophic, जो अपना खाना खुद बनाए. Heterotrophic, consumers who are dependent on producers. Again, decomposers are consumers only, but specifically this decomposer feed on dead decaying objects. Am I clear? जो dead animals होते हैं, right? Dead plants in the sense fallen leaves, right? Dead root, branches, flowers, fruit, जो नीचे जमीन पे गिरे हुए होते हैं. आपने decomposition process सुना होगा, yes or no? Where that particular part degrades slowly and it mixes with soil. वो soil के साथ mix हो जाता है. From soil that nutrients are once again taken up by plants. Simple सी बात है. Okay. So if I am talking about your decomposers, then these decomposers are those organisms who depends on dead decaying objects, where they convert their organic matter into simple inorganic matter, and this inorganic matter is taken up by plants. वो वापस से कौन ले लेगा? Is taken up by plants. Am I clear? So वापस से ये cycle हो गई from producers, consumers, decomposers. Are you people getting my point? So like this, in an ecosystem there is balance, right, which helps ecosystem to work stably. Am I clear? Okay, dear students, so this is component of ecosystem. I hope the lecture is very clear to you people. Simple as that. You people have to memorize 3 points: producers, consumers and decomposers. That's it. Okay, so once again I hope ये आपको अच्छे से समझ में आया. Thank you very much.